So, dann schauen wir jetzt Mario Kart ROM Hacks Racing Without Limits von AntDude. Das hatte ich jetzt schon, seit es auf öffentlich geschaltet wurde von einem Guten, so, Satz gerettet, auf dem Kika das Video. Ich will es mir unbedingt angucken, weil Mario Kart und dann noch ROM Hacks. Ich mag Mario Kart, ich mag ROM Hacks und modifiziert mit Mario Kart mehr verschiedene Charaktere. Ja komm, lass reinhauen, ist irgendwo Sonic in Mario Kart, ich will's wissen.
Hey everyone, before we get to talking about Mario Kart ROM Hacks today, I have a quick little announcement. I was featured in my very first ever Did You Know Gaming episode.
Ah, das die haben uns angeguckt.
Video, go ahead and click the link up in the corner or down in the description to watch me talk about Mario fan games that got DMCA'd. A lot of cool information in there, and thank you so much to Did You Know Gaming for letting me do one of those videos. And now, time for my dumb video.
Ja, wir sind nicht dumm, ich mag dich, du bist toll. Ah ja, Mario, man, nimm doch einfach den März. Sagen Sie mal, Kartfighter. Nein.
I don't think this is what I signed up for.
Nee.
I mean, hey, it's got kart in the name, and Mario, except the bros are color swapped from how they're supposed to be. Oh wow, yeah, okay.
Das zählt man eigentlich mehr als Bootleg. Okay, danach wird's, denke ich mal, richtig knorke. Danach, ne?
Hey, yeah, you know what? Alright, yeah. I hate this. Alright, fine. If it wasn't obvious, this isn't a ROM hack, it is a bootleg. And
ja, sag ich ja.
This is one of the very first ever oddities that I've ever played on the internet all the way back in the mid-2000s. It was right there next to friggin' Somari. And I mean, hell,
Somari, Klassiker.
I bring it up. I did happen to find a genuine NES ROM hack where Mario sprites were thrown into RC Pro-Am, and that actually kind of fits in totally fine. You know, it's no Mario versus Noko Noko, but other than that, it'll suffice. That's right, today we're talking about the wide world of racing with ROM hacks for Mario Kart. Like, all of them. There are 8 main games in this franchise, and to an extent, every single one of these have been hacked. That's pretty impressive. It's actually so impressive that it is obviously impossible to cover all of it. So if there are any ROM hacks or individual courses that I should check out in the future that I missed today, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. What got me interested in Mario Kart ROM hacks in the first place isn't even necessarily a ROM hack, but more so, an emulator hack. So the original Super Mario Kart is a bit of a classic, right? Admittedly, on a mechanic level, I'm not that big of a fan, but you gotta give respect to how this mega franchise truly started. And what better way to respect it than by remastering it on the fly? Super Mario Kart running in widescreen and HD thanks to a special build of the BSNES emulator. Oh, it's like I opened my eyes for the very first time. So tech-savvy people are probably able to assess what's going on here, but basically, this is a more modern adaptation of the Super Nintendo's famous Mode 7, which allowed a big flat image to be resized and rotated at a moment's notice, giving the perception of 3D. You just make it possible to maximize the output resolution, and we have gold. Dare I say, this is now the definitive way to play this game. I mean, the old pixels are nice, I love 16-bit as much as the next guy, but I can actually see this one. And yeah,
Das gefällt mir richtig gut. Und F-Zero geht dann jetzt auch noch damit? Meine Fresse. Warum habe ich dann das eigentlich hier noch? Das weiß ich dann nicht. Dann nehme ich doch einfach dann ziehe ich mir die ROM von da runter und spiele es auf dem Emulator. Ist doch dann logisch.
Guessed it, since F-Zero uses Mode 7 as well, you can perform the same magic there too, to any game that uses the technology. Actual sprites will still pop in and out of frame within the standard window the game was originally meant for, but in these racing games, who cares? You don't need it. It's when you start using this tech in a platformer like Mario World or Yoshi's Island where the cracks really start to show. But hey, this still tells me that Super Nintendo emulation has a super exciting future ahead. And hey, why not? We're already on the Super Mario Kart train here. Let's put this emulator through its paces and see what hacks we can throw at it.
SpongeBob Kart. Also ich kenne den Super Mario Kart R, da ist, glaube ich, entweder statt Toad oder statt Koopa Kirby spielbar und du hast nochmal neue Strecken, aber das, okay.
No matter what I do, I can't escape. Hey, how excited do you think the Super SpongeBob kart developer was when they actually made an official kart racer with SpongeBob in it? One of his main character traits is that he's terrible at driving and can't get his license. Why are we putting him in a racing game? Hell, Gary is probably a better driver than SpongeBoy Me Bob over here. But fine, other than conflicting with the deep and very, very important SpongeBob lore, this is a decent set of new racetracks to play through. Some other things, like the items, have also gotten a redesign, but the scope of what's really possible with hacking Super Mario Kart is still pretty limited. Hey, look at this.
Also, war jetzt gerade überrascht, im Charakterroster war, meine ich, neben Gary noch Schnelli. Die war doch nur in einer SpongeBob-Folge. Ah, gut, vielleicht musste der was ausfüllen oder so. Ach, keine Ahnung.
Hyper Street Kart. It's
ich glaube, das kenne ich sogar.
Just with Street Fighter instead.
Oh,
There's
super.
Something magical about Zangief looking like a hairless Donkey Kong here that's just hilarious and disturbing at the same time.
Toll.
Unfortunately, it does seem like custom music isn't really possible in these hacks, which is a shame since Street Fighter music would be amazing here, but for what it is, I will take what I can get. This is still pretty neat. We got a big old fat flying E-Honda shooting a trophy out of his back. What room do I really have to complain? There's Super Mario Kart character chaos that fills the roster with balding Mario Bros, Katsuni Miku, Bomberman, Donkey Kong Jr. smoking.
Was? Warum?
You know, the usuals. And it is pretty enjoyable racing around with just a full-bodied Pac-Man. I gotta admit. There's Mario Kart R, which changes up the graphics a bit more than usual, which is pretty refreshing. And also, it adds Kirby into the mix. And my bias won't allow me to give this any less than a 10 as a result. There are these pretty neat D-makes of Mario Kart 64 and Double Dash, which cleverly try to adapt tracks from those games into a 16-bit style, which...
Das hat auch mal jemand mit Mario Kart 8 versucht. Und da habe ich sogar mal ein Video zugeschnitten. Oh, vielleicht kann ich das ja mal verlinken. Oder wir schauen uns das mal an, wer weiß.
Is pretty cool. The Impala battles focuses on new battle mode maps rather than race tracks, which is pretty cool. Ooh, and then we have the Epic Racers. I see you here. There's a lot of extra production value in this one. And you get to play as Jesus. Yeah.
Ich kann als Jesus Christus in einem Rennspiel spielen? Ja, 10 von 10, bin sowas von dabei.
Hey, you know, finally hitting those fan-requested characters. The Super Mario Kart hacking scene currently doesn't really have much in the way of frills, but damn, you still got content on top of content to race through. I have not even scratched the surface on what's available here, and that is pretty awesome. The same can't really be said about Super Circuit though, arguably the most forgotten Mario Kart of the bunch.
Yeah.
You probably forgot about it until just now.
Nein.
Currently, the only hacks we get to experience are ones that replace racers with new ones. We got 16-bit DK Jr., Bowser, Koopa Troopa, Raphael the Raven, that's a deep cut, and even Sonic is here. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, Hilfe. Aber es war nur eine Frage der Zeit, bis Sonic hier eine Mario Kart gezeigt wird, aber Mensch, das Sprite, das passt mir so gar nicht.
Wouldn't be a ROM hack episode without him. There is something pretty neat about having a kart racer filled with drivers that all have clashing art styles. I can really dig this. But if you want to get something a bit spicier, there is always T-Pose Luigi, just T-posing along.
Ja.
There's something so creepy and ominous about a T-Pose Luigi constantly asserting dominance and trying to get first place. It is very, very bizarre, but I am all in favor of more T-Pose racing games in the future. What do you mean there's something behind me? But now, much like the main series itself, once we go into the third dimension, things get a whole lot more exciting. It is a pretty safe bet to say that every single one of these games has individual custom courses out the wazoo. If you want something different that's not in the main games, you're probably going to find it really easily. It's not that hard to put into the game, and you're going to have a grand old time. Where I get interested is where these tracks get put into a nice little package with a pretty little bow. We'll be talking about those in the future as well. Going forward, none of these have T-Pose Luigi in them, but it's hard to top perfection. For example, Double Dash just has a handful of individual custom courses. Creators from around the internet will work on something for people to play through as individual levels, and you download them, and you go nuts. Dude, someone went and converted Pianta Village from Sunshine into a racetrack. You really gotta save the top tier ideas for a top tier Mario Kart, let's be honest. The same
Top tier Mario Kart Double Dash? Nein.
Same goes for Mario Kart 8, custom individual courses as far as the eye can see. Once Nintendo themselves started going above and beyond with the retro courses in these games, the floodgates were burst wide open for fans to step in and make even more courses showing up in the games that they were never intended for. Like having Mario Kart Arcade GP tracks in Mario Kart 8. That is really cool because the arcade game is something that a lot of people will never get to experience.
Oh, ich habe alle Arcade-Spiele gespielt und ich liebe die Arcade-Spiele so sehr, besonders die X. Also ich würde mir mal wünschen, dass es ein Mario Kart gäbe, was ein bisschen mehr wie Mario Kart Arcade Grand Prix DX wäre, weil ich finde das Spiel einfach so toll. Nicht vielleicht unbedingt mein liebstes Mario Kart, aber ja, es ist so toll, Mensch, ich muss euch das mal irgendwann zeigen. Ich liebe es viel zu sehr.
This is the next best thing. And it's extra interesting when you start delving into character mods as well, like putting in Sonic, of course, and Bowsette.
Ja!
Oh no. Once we start experimenting with things that I feel like Nintendo will never actually do themselves, that is where you have my attention. God, I really almost forgot about Bowsette for a second. I was doing good until now. Also, shout out to the dude who did the reverse of what I've been talking about all this time and put DK Summit in Twilight Princess.
Ja, das hab ich gesehen. Ich dachte, mein Schwein pfeift. Das ist perfekt.
Yo, we got some real geniuses hiding in the internet shadows.
Ja, absolut. Dragon Ball. Das ist Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Kart. Na los.
Ah, yes, this is just like when I played it as a kid.
Oh,
very daring direction, I gotta say. I mean, we've gotten fighting games left and right from Dragon Ball, that makes sense, but there was that one time they did do a driving episode.
Und es gibt ein Funracer auf, ich meine iOS, ich bin mir gerade nicht so sicher, es gibt aber tatsächlich ein Dragon Ball Rennspiel. Das kennt nur keine Sau, weil es ist nicht auf einer Konsole oder irgendwie so. Aber ja, komm, dann geben wir uns.
You may as well fully flesh that one out, you know? Very impressive roster too, one that truly
Beer ist auch
transcends
dabei.
time and space. Almost literally.
Give me some pleasure.
Oh yeah, you know that famous Cell quote?
Only one course.
Okay, Vegeta, relax. I'll pick only one course. Stop yelling at me. All right, yeah, it's just Mario Kart 64. Oh, with Dragon Ball Z branding all over the place.
Ja.
I love this. This makes the game better. Instead of green shells, we got key blasts.
Ja.
Instead of Lakitu flying around you, it's Master Roshi likely about to vomit. He is spinning so fast. And farm, oh, sorry, Nappa's farm is overgrown with Cybermen and Raditzes.
Oh, bitte, bitte, da muss irgendwo, bei den Cyber muss irgendwo ein, toter Yamcha liegen. Bitte.
Multiple Raditz. I don't really remember that episode from the show. What? Is that Goku eating chicken and the sign just says Kentucky?
Yo!
Kentucky.
So
yeah, I'm thinking this is my favorite hack thus far, to be honest. Definitely gives me some pleasure. It's just a hair better than Amagami Kart, which replaces all of the characters with those from another anime, Amagami.
Aber die sehen doch alle gleich aus.
Never heard of it before, but if it's about kart racing like this is, and it probably isn't, I'm interested. To be fair though, this one does have some more drastic graphical changes, so in all honesty, it is still pretty neat. I really hope this leads to more anime-themed car races in the future. You know, we have too much fighting in the world as it is. Let's just get everyone behind the wheel instead. But for my money, no MK64 mod tops Mario Kart 64 amped up. Not yet a full set of 16, we still have a lineup of 12 brand new tracks transporting us to such a wide range of different universes.
Aber ja, ich habe gerade gesehen, dass da Strecken gedemaked wurden vom Gamecube-Teil zum Bleistift. Oh, sowas sehe ich gerne. Ich liebe Demakes. Und dann noch Diddy Kong Racing. Oh, perfekt. Ey, das ist Perfektion. Mann, das muss ich mir irgendwann mal genauer angucken. Diesen ROM-Hack.
There's Diddy Kong Racing, Double Dash, Kirby 64. Once again, my bias shining through. I love this a whole lot. And even Glover. Oh my god. Glover finally got some love here. You do gotta love the glove after all. This hack also features a new mechanic with purple coins spread throughout the map, providing a solid speed boost and star power up after collecting all of them. Not really a worthwhile collectible in my opinion, but honestly, the fact that there is a collectible at all is really cool. Mario Kart 64 is far from the best controlling game in the series nowadays, but clearly the doors have been kicked wide open for what's possible in this engine. And the more fan service based tracks we get in the future, the better. We already got Glover. I'm saying Chameleon Twist should be next.
Ja, Chameleon Twist, absolut. Da sage ich nichts gegen Chameleon Twist. Muss so.
And actually, if we jump up a few more generations, we get exactly what I'm talking about. Mario Kart DS Deluxe. You see, we got Bomberman in this one.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Once again, I'm very easy to please. This is a perfect 10. DS Deluxe is probably the most complete Mario Kart mod I have ever seen yet. We have a whopping set of 32 brand new tracks to play on. We got stages from other Mario Kart games like Cloud
Ja,
Top
noch
Cruise
mehr
from
D-Max.
8, and even New York Minute for Mario Kart Tour. Yes, the mobile game that I do not know a single person in real life who actually plays it, but we have areas based on real life in that game, and it's pretty cool that we actually have it in a real Mario Kart game this time. And we have areas based on non-racing games.
Oh,
like
das
Baba
habe ich sogar mal
Battlefield
gesehen.
from
Oh,
Mario
das ist so
64,
toll.
Cascade Kingdom from Odyssey,
Ja!
and Raccoon City from Resident Evil. Oh my god.
Warum
now
nicht?
I want Resident Kart.
Ist in dem Hack nicht sogar...
Ah, yes, the classic Raccoon City theme song. I think I set up my emulator incorrectly as well, because apparently
Raccoon
this is supposed to be Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil. But you
Ja.
know what? Maybe it still is, and he's just really, really tiny. I can work with that. And unlike
Der kleine Pixelbrei sah mehr aus wie Banjo irgendwie.
Mario Kart 64, Mario Kart DS still plays incredibly well to this day. So having more content with this great control scheme, oh, it's fantastic. If you want some more, there's also 64 Circuit recreating all the tracks from that game into DS, and that's a really fun time. And I also found another ROM hack that has a bunch of original courses as well, Ermi Kart DS. It's similar to Deluxe in that we have a bunch of returning courses as well, and that is always a fun time, but for the original stuff,
Shrek!
oh boy, this one is totally memed beyond belief, man. You could race with Shrek in
Ja!
his swamp with a MIDI of All-Star playing in the background.
Da war
Some would say
Bonsai
this
Bunny!
makes for a
Ja,
perfect
Mann!
kart racer. And fair point. Apparently you can also unlock Sans as a racer as well.
Gut,
I feel my
sehr
soul
gut.
deteriorating as we speak.
Ja,
But
Mann!
now, if you are familiar at all with the Mario Kart ROM hacking community, you already know what the king of all of these ROM hacks is.
CTGP.
Custom Track Grand Prix,
Yeah.
also known as CTGP.
Ja.
CTGP's presence is really starting to blow up, dude. It is crazy to watch. While primarily found on Wii, where it was first made famous, and oh boy, we will get to that version, variations have also been popping up on different consoles as the years have gone on. We have one on the DS and one on the 3DS, CTGP Nitro and CTGP 7 respectively. They all work with very similar ideas to what we've been talking about up until this point, like including a million new courses, but with seemingly zero limits at all. If you can imagine it, and if you
Es
can
ist
make
so
it
wild.
fit within the console's limitations, you can theoretically just make as many courses as you could hope for. And thanks to technology that I honestly don't understand because I'm not that bright, you can even play all of this content online with other people.
Yeah.
Nintendo Wi-Fi connection may be dead, rest in peace, but the communities and the potential therein lives on and lives on strong. CTGP Nitro on DS is the newest one of the bunch, so maybe there are some more hurdles there to get that working, but I mean, hey, we got Green Hill Zone in this one. And that one RC car segment from Mario Odyssey.
Herrlich!
That's a pretty even trade-off, to be honest. That is really cool. What gets totally wild with CTGP 7 and the more famously known CTGP Revolution on Wii, the developers found a way to expand the limit of how much can be accessed at any given time. No doubt because Homebrew does what Nintendo don't. There's also a homebrew called Nintendo, and that was a very multi-layered joke. 7 boasts
Wow.
50 plus custom courses, as well as the option to customize rule sets for races, something you could not do in the original game. And in Revolution, oh no, we're just going. You know, I can't even possibly count all of these. It just never ends. It just never ends. Every single one of these is a set of new courses. That is amazing. We got brand new creations, tracks from other Mario Kart games, tracks from other universes entirely. This checks every single one of those boxes, all right. This is the stuff
Dieses Spiel, das hat einfach unendlichen Wiederspielwert. Das ist Wahnsinn.
I find the most impressive with this community. The amount of individual custom courses you can find over the internet is staggering, and all of that stuff is really, really cool. But being able to package it in such a unique way, as well as having like more than 100 courses available at any given time with more coming as time goes on, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It is pretty rare nowadays for me to just be completely baffled by how a fan creation was pulled off, but this massive collaborative effort has gone and elevated this from merely being a car racing game that's pretty fun to a fully fledged platform. We got Crash Team Racing courses in this, man. This mod wins. There is also Figure 8 Circuit for Mario Kart DS, you know, that is only the Best and most original track from that game, so may as well put it in this one. But even though I'm a sucker
Einfach nur, weil sie es können, ne? Einfach nur, weil sie es können.
for the fan service stuff, even the original courses are pretty good. Sure, it is hard to compete with Nintendo themselves, but there is still so much quality here. I haven't gotten around to playing every single track yet because that would take such a long time. But I think my favorite of the ones I did play has to be Nightlife Party. Really love this concept for a racetrack. It reminds me of that one Christmas level from Pikmin 3. Funnily enough, when I turned this mod on for the first time, it actually connected to the internet to do a sizable download of brand new content. So, 1, there is still stuff happening in CTGP regularly, which once again leads to a very exciting future. And 2, yo, who even needs the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection anymore, man? Wii all the way, baby.
Kann man mit Wii nicht sogar noch mehr Spiele als bloß Mario Kart online spielen? Geht nicht sogar rein theoretisch auch Mario Sports Mix damit, nur halt niemand spielt es? Also ich glaube, es wurden halt ziemlich viele Wii-Spiele schon wieder zurück ins Leben gerufen dank Wii. Deswegen, Nintendo aus dem Fenster raus, die Fans kommen rein und übernehmen. Haut rein!
Does this mean we can still play Fortune Street online? Yo,
Bitte.
this day just went from good to great.
Oh,
Ultimately,
bitte, ja.
a lot of this does just boil down to, once again, every single one of these games has really awesome individual courses. Go download them, have yourselves a grand old time. But I'm hoping with this video, I got to give you all who are trying to dip your toes into the community a nice place to start with some of these pre-packaged ROM hacks. This is a never-ending Grand Prix, and I'm here for the ride. Pun entirely intended. But if you want one final recommendation, there is the Luigi running mod for Mario Kart Wii. Just look at him go. Ah, so majestic.
Aber T-Post nicht.
Luigi truly does work in mysterious ways.
Ja, irgendwie schon, ne? Oh Mann, herrlich, herrlich. So viel gutes Zeug und ja, es war so offensichtlich, dass CTGP gezeigt wird, weil, ey, warum nicht? Aber so viele interessante Dinge wie zum Beispiel sämtliches, was auf N64 sich abspielt, weil da kriege ich nicht ganz so viel mit. Mensch, oh, da habe ich wieder Dinge vor mir. Da habe ich wieder richtig viele Dinge vor mir und ich kann es nicht erwarten, damit anzufangen. Oh, das war herrlich, das Video. Das war wirklich herrlich.